Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be discussing about Gustar with an infinitive, which is a grammar concept. So let's get started. So Gustar means to like, and an infinitive is the most basic form of a verb. It's an AR verb, it's an ER verb, it's an IR verb, meaning it ends as an AR, ER, or IR. For example, an AR verb can be dibujar, where dibujar means to draw. Then an ER verb is comer, and an IR verb is escribir. Comer means to eat, and escribir means to write. And all of these end in an AR, ER, or IR. So let's go over a quick example, the most basic example. If you want to say, I like to run. I is me in Spanish, like is gusta, and to run is correr. So you say, me gusta correr. So I've created a little formula so that we can use this when creating our sentences, when you want to say what you like to do. We have me, te, le, nos, les, plus gusta, plus the infinitive. Like in our sentence, we have me, gusta, correr. So we have me plus gusta plus correr. And correr is our infinitive, it's our ER verb. So again, our infinitives end in AR, ER, or IR. All right, let's go over some quick examples just so we can see this in action. So we have me gusta dibujar. I'm following the formula. I'm choosing me, te, le, nos, les plus gusta plus the infinitive. In this case, I'm using an AR verb dibujar, which means to draw. So in first one is me gusta dibujar, which means I like to draw. Then we have te gusta dibujar, which means you like to draw. Then we have le gusta dibujar, which means you formal likes to draw, or he likes to draw, or she likes to draw. Then we have nos gusta dibujar, which means we like to draw. And lastly, we have les gusta dibujar, which means they like to draw. Here is our second formula. We begin with a plus a noun or a pronoun. I'll go ahead and discuss what that is in Spanish in a second. Plus, again, the me, te, le, nos, les, plus the gusta, plus the infinitive. So again, we're just basically having that first portion, which is new for us. And we use this formula when we want to identify the person we're talking about. So let me go over what a noun or a pronoun is in Spanish, so this formula makes more sense. So a noun is Sonia, for example, somebody specific. Or our noun can also be Marcel, which is another person. This is endless, right? We can choose as many nouns as we want. The next one is pronouns. What are our pronouns in Spanish? They are me, ti, usted, él, ella, nosotros, ustedes, ellos, and ellas. These are our pronouns. So essentially, by using this formula, we want to combine all these elements together. So let's go over some examples using both the formulas. So the first one is the first formula. So we're saying me gusta comer. Me gusta comer. Me means I in English. Gusta means to like. And comer is the ER infinitive verb, which means to eat. So you're saying, I like to eat. This is formula number one. Okay, let's do our second example. So hopefully the first example made sense. It's very simple. The second example is les gusta dibujar. Here I'm using an AR verb, dibujar. But let's start from the beginning. Les means I'm talking about they, more than one person. So I'm saying they like, so gusta is like, and dibujar means to draw. It's our infinitive. It's our AR verb. So we're saying they like to draw. Les gusta dibujar. All right, let's go to our third example. Here we're going to be using formula number 2. So we're going to say, a Sonia le gusta leer, which means Sonia likes to read. Leer is our infinitive. So let's start with the beginning. We're saying a Sonia, which just means Sonia. Then we say le gusta, and gusta means to like. So you're saying Sonia likes leer, and leer is to read, which is our ER verb. The le The a Sonia le gusta, the le stands for Sonia. That's why we have the le there, right? Because Sonia is a she. So hopefully that made sense. Here is another example using formula number 2. You can also say, a ella le gusta leer. I'm just going to use the same verb. So we have a ella, which is the beginning. So that means she. Then you have gusta, which means like. So she likes. And leer, which is our ER verb, which means to read. And that's our infinitive. And that means to read. So she likes to read. The le is because of ella, which is a she, right? So let's do some practice questions. I'm going to go over what we have to do in this practice activity, and then I'm going to hand it off to you and let you give it a try. Okay, so what our activity is that we have to say what these people like to do. Very simple. So I'm going to say who the person is and what the verb is, what's our infinitive. So we have Alicia, and Alicia likes to comer, or Alicia likes to eat. Next one is ustedes. And what does ustedes like to do? So ustedes likes to hacer la tarea, means to do your homework or to do the homework. So I want to say they like to do the homework. Then our part C is so for part C, we're doing ella. And what does ella like to do? She likes to read a book. So ella leer un libro. So I'm going to go ahead and write the formulas for you. So the first formula that we can use is me, te, le, nos, les plus gusta plus our infinitive, meaning our AR, ER, and IR verbs. Formula number 2 is if you want to specifically refer to someone, you're going to have that little extra part, the a plus the pronoun or noun, meaning the person you're referring to. And then the rest of it is pretty much the same. So I'm just going to put that all in that little box. So go ahead and give it a try and then revisit this video. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to first do Alicia comer. All of these parts can be written in 2 ways. So if you did one of the 2 ways, that is great, and you did a wonderful job. All right, so we have Alicia comer. I'm going to use the second formula. I want to specifically refer to Alicia. So I'm going to say a Alicia, meaning a plus our noun, plus le, gusta. So le is because I'm talking about Alicia, which is a she. So a Alicia le gusta comer, which means Alicia likes to eat. All right, so that is correct. So wonderful job. Now let's do ustedes hacer la tarea. So there's 2 ways you can do this. So the first way is we're going to go ahead and use formula number 2. So I'm going to say a ustedes. So ustedes is our pronoun. So a ustedes les gusta. Why is it not le gusta? Because les is going off of ustedes, right? So les is plural, so ustedes is plural. So those 2 are connected. So we have a ustedes les gusta hacer la tarea. So you might be like, how do I know that I have to put la tarea there? You want to say they like to do their homework. So you can add extra information after this formula, and that's totally okay. But we have to keep the formula intact. The second way is just saying les gusta hacer la tarea, which means they like to do the homework. And in this part, I just don't have the a ustedes there. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Let's go ahead and do part C. Again, this can be written in 2 ways. So let's go ahead and do the first way first. So we're going to say le gusta leer un libro. Le, because of ella, I'm trying to say she, so I'm going to go with le. Gusta, which means like, and leer means to read. And leer, again, has the ER ending intact. The second way that we can use, which is from our second formula, is we can say a ella le gusta leer un libro. So we added the a ella in the beginning, and that means the same thing. She likes to read a book. So all of these 3 examples are correct. I hope you understood and learned from this video, and please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.